He came from rough living conditions and ended up in the shelter that I work at. When he came, he was afraid, he was alone. The shelter can be a very scary place. I planned to foster him and ended up keeping him because he became extremely connected to me and my family. It took him a while to adjust to the new home and the new housing, but for us on a personal level, he bonded very fast. He immediately started giving kisses, kissing my hands, trying to hop on my shoulder, wanting just affection. He'll start doing this thing called bruxing and boggling when they're very happy. So the bruxing is when they chatter their teeth and you can hear that grinding. And the boggling is due to their eye muscles being connected to their jaw muscles. And they brux so hard that their eyes kind of pop in and out. That's what it looks like. But that just means they're extremely happy. And he does that all the time.
Save your health, save lives, and save the earth. Eat clean, eat colorful plant-based. Go vegan. Paul Porntep Shri Narula Vegan.
With profound humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace. Etc.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/bmd.
Наши программы предлагают много языков. Пожалуйста, посмотрите suprememastertv.com /schedule и suprememastertv.com /bmd.
Also, be sure to follow us on our socials: YouTube, Facebook, Getter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Nico, Pinterest, Reddit, Substack, Telegram, Threads, TikTok, Truth Social, Tumblr, VK and X, previously known as Twitter, in multiple languages by searching Supreme Master TV.
The most powerful daily prayer for any time and before meditation, which is the order from God, and Supreme Master Ching shares with us by His blessed grace.
We humbly worship, praise, thank, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation. We thank, love, praise the only Son of God, who is the ultimate Master for our salvation. We follow the teaching of all the saints and sages. We thank, love, and praise them, who are the representatives of God for our spiritual elevation.
Greetings, precious viewers. To express gratitude to someone in Kosovo, you can say Falumene, meaning thank you in Albanian, one of the country's official languages. My name is Bajram. The resilient people of Kosovo applaud you for using various media to make peace and help humanity mitigate the suffering of all beings by spreading the benevolent vegan lifestyle. May Allah bless us to unite as brothers and sisters in one global family and work together to create a beautiful paradise on earth. Kosovo is nestled in the center of the Balkan region in Southeast Europe and is a great place for travelers who hope to dive into the culture and history of the Balkans. The country is known for its people's benevolence and kindness. Visitors are often treated to free desserts or tours of the neighborhood by the welcoming locals. The medieval monuments in Kosovo are UNESCO World Heritage Sites, consisting of 4 Serbian Orthodox Christian churches and monasteries. These include the 14th century Church of Our Lady of Aljaviz, the Gračanica Monastery, a beautiful example of medieval ecclesiastical architecture, the Patriarchate of Pek, built in the 13th century, and the 14th century Visoki Dikai Monastery, which is known for its elegant and unique design and displays both Western and Eastern church architectural elements that blend into a particular hybrid style. With its rich diversity of plant and tree species, Kosovo is home to an array of animal people. There are an estimated 46 mammal people species and as many as 225 bird people species in the country, many with regional or global conservation significance. About 40% of the land is covered by forests, with oak trees in lower elevations and pines growing in the mountains. The mountainous border regions are home to many animal people, such as brown bears, Eurasian lynx, wildcats, grey wolves, foxes, chamois, roe deer, and red deer, all enriching the country's biodiversity. What an enjoyable experience it was learning about colorful Kosovo with you, devoted viewers. May your intensive meditation practice help bring peace and prosperity to the world. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. She has been invited to lecture on the Kuan Yin method of meditation throughout the world. We now invite you to view Walk the Way of Love, an introduction to Supreme Master Ching Hai.
We'll search high and low for a little love to bestow on all beings in all corners of existence. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, as she has affectionately become known, lives a message that walks the way of love. A renowned humanitarian, artist, and spiritual visionary, her love and assistance has extended beyond all cultural and racial boundaries to people around the world, the needy and the homeless, institutions of medical research, war veterans, the disadvantaged, the physically and mentally handicapped, refugees and victims of natural disasters, etc. We witness countless reminders of the compassion, the trademark of this caring lady, and the international foundation that has grown out of her loving example.
Whatever we can share, begin with share. And then we will feel a subtle change in ourselves. More love will be pouring into our consciousness, and we will be aware of something. And that is a beginning. We are here to learn to grow, as well as to learn to use our power, our limitless power of love and creativity, in order to make a better world wherever we happen to be incarnated. Don't worry, I pray for you, okay, honey?
Not only are human beings the blessed beneficiaries of her kindness, animal people from different species are also the recipients of her boundless benevolence.
You okay, boy? You okay? Yeah, come on, baby. Hey, look at you. Oh, quack. You happy? Quack. Hello, you grow so big now, you. Bon appetito. I love you. Good appetite. This is one of the reasons why we should be vegan. Love for all beings, extending love.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, was born in central Ao Lac, Vietnam. During her early years, she was often found helping hospital patients, the needy as well as injured animal people, in whichever way she could. As a young adult, she moved to Europe to study and continued there as a translator for the Red Cross. She soon discovered that pain and suffering exist in all corners of the globe, and her search for the remedy to this became the foremost goal in her life. She was happily married at the time to a German doctor, and although it was an extremely difficult decision for both of them, her husband agreed to a separation. She then embarked on what became a 2-year-plus journey in search for spiritual understanding. Finally, in the deepest reaches of the Himalayas in India, she found an enlightened master who imparted to her the Kuan Yin method, a meditation method on the inner heavenly light and sound. After a period of practice, she became fully enlightened. Soon after her return from the Himalayas, at the earnest request of those around her, Supreme Master Ching Hai shared the Kuan Yin method with others, encouraging them to look within to find their own greatness. Through the Kuan Yin method of meditation, they also attained greater fulfillment, happiness, and peace. Before long, invitations arrived from the United States, etc.
I saw that I was everywhere and in every creature.
Europe,
To see God is very, very simple.
Asia,
All religions tell you be a good person here and find heaven while you can.
Australia,
We are the sons and daughters of God. We are ourselves, the Supreme Master.
Africa,
I will show you how to get direct teaching.
and South America.
And keep the commandments and try to lead a more vegan life.
As well as from important organizations for Supreme Master Ching Hai to give lectures.
The peace and love that we most often talk about and seek, we have within ourselves. You must look inside and find your own treasure and find the real, lasting happiness. The future is in our hands. So you make it beautiful or you make it worse. It's up to you.
Supreme Master Ching Hai has realized many spontaneous talents that she expresses through artistic paintings and creations, music and poetry, and aesthetic jewelry and clothing designs, expressing the inner and outer beauty. The income generated from her artistic creations has enabled Supreme Master Ching Hai to create an independent source of funding for humanitarian activities in support of her noble mission of assisting God's children in their times of need. Although she does not seek acknowledgement of any kind, Supreme Master Ching Hai has been given awards worldwide by government officials and private organizations on numerous occasions. They include the World Peace Award, the World Spiritual Leadership Award, the Award for Promotion of Human Rights, the World Citizen Humanitarian Award, the Award for Outstanding Public Service to Mankind, the 2006 Goosey Peace Prize, the Los Angeles Music Week Certificate of Commendation, the first place silver for the 27th Annual Telly Awards, 2006. In addition, October 25th and February 22nd, had been proclaimed as the Supreme Master Ching Hai Day in the United States.
Ching Hai, she also brings love around the world where there is hate. She brings hope where there is despair. And she brings understanding where there is misunderstanding. She is the light of a great person, an angel of mercy for all of us.
Agradecer a la Suprema Maestra su liderazgo, agradecerle su optimismo, agradecerle ese don de gente que tiene que la hace tan única y tan especial.
Fue una impresión muy grata de ver un corazón tan noble, tan dispuesto a servir. Ella está sirviendo a todos los seres humanos, está sirviendo al planeta para salvarlo, para rescatarlo. Tiene un corazón noble, pero también un gran liderazgo. Sé que van a suceder las cosas que tienen que suceder.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is one of the truly dedicated people of this era, helping others find and create a beautiful vision of our future. Many great people in history have had a dream, and in her own words, so does Supreme Master Ching Hai.
I dream that all the world will become peaceful. I dream that everyone becomes the Buddha. I dream that all the killing will stop. I dream that all the children will walk in peace and harmony. I dream that all the nations will shake hands with each other, protect each other, and help each other. I dream that our beautiful planet will not be destroyed. It takes billions, trillions of years to produce this planet, and it's so beautiful, so wonderful. I dream that it will continue, but in peace, beauty, and love.
We now invite you to watch the first part of Supreme Master Ching Hai's message entitled, The Buddha or Messiah We Have Been Waiting For Is Here Now, Part 1 of 8, on Between Master and Disciples, given in English on July 7, 2024.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
Hello, all innocent and pure souls, beloved of all heavens, and the great, the highest, the Almighty God. I'm just trying to talk to you so that you do not worry too much. I'm still recovering. For me, it's not just about the physical, it's about the inside. The inside struggle between war and peace is still going on. And I try to regain my inside strength, okay? Even though from the outside you can't tell much. I think I will be okay, but you know, the world is always very changeable. You can never tell from 1 minute to the next what many of the humans will do to upset the balance of good within themselves and within the societies that surround them as well. Try to be balanced all the time, then you'll be okay. Like, okay, if you know that you have some negative traits inside, but also a lot of goodness as well, then at least try to balance it. Don't encourage, don't support yourself, don't ruin yourself or spoil yourself by just listening to your own negative traits, which are imparted to you the day you were born already, or even before that. Everyone who was born or will be born into this world has to pay some price without their intention to choose it. It's a price to pay to be in this turbulent and complicated world. Because if you are all pure, then your energy will not mix, will not belong to this world. You will float upward back to the heavenly abode. So even if the masters, Buddhas, don't have to bear the burden of world karma, they can't stay here on earth. It's difficult to explain. I just make a simple example. It may be befitting. Like you go to find a job, yes, and maybe you get a good job, good payment, and a job that you like. But then you still need to spend 8 hours, 10 hours or more in serving that job, despite the fact that your body sometimes is not up to it. And your mind is sometimes really troubling you so much, but you're taxing it to try to fulfill the job that is expected of you. That is a problem. It's not like something that you want to or not want to. You just have to if you want that job. You know, being born in the physical body, most of us will have to be busy with some physical work. Otherwise, you can't take care of yourself. Even if you have a big inheritance from your parents or some relatives, you still need to work to make sure that it stays fixed and enough for you to continue to live. And being jobless is also a difficult job because if you don't have interesting things to do in your life, then your mind might go haywire sometimes or be influenced by some bad negative tendency from within or without. Now, everything is work in this world, yes? Even if you are a monk, you also need to work in the temple and also take care that you have enough knowledge, enough worthiness to answer the demands, the expectations of your followers. And you will be criticized, you will be worshipped, you will be demanded to work for their mundane questions, answering stuff, or you will be put onto a high pedestal, and they will expect that you are Buddha already, you're a saint already, and there's no end to their demands. For every little mundane thing, they will come to you, and if you don't answer or supply the way they want it, you will be under suspicion, of any kind. And by the way, talking about monks, yeah, I just remember something. Sometimes I saw some monks somewhere, by the way, being criticized by other monks or other people. And sometimes if just something they say is not supposed to be correct or according to Buddhist sutra, then they will be criticized or harassed or banned or kicked out. All kinds of things that could happen to a monk even, yes? I would, by the way, tell you, please don't do anything bad to the monks. There are some bad monks, for sure. But if you don't know much about him or her, Please don't say anything that damages his or her reputation and their spiritual endeavor as well. Don't criticize any monks. Don't let them be out of job. Let them do what they can in their capacity, especially the monks who are vegan, okay? Or at least vegetarian. Same with other monks, priests, and nuns of other orders from other religions. If you don't understand the working of karma and the working of the bad situation in this period of time that our planet could be destroyed at any moment, please, at least don't make it worse, okay? For the monks, the Mahayana monks, I don't know much about Hinayana, except that most of them eat animal people meat, any kind of meat, anytime. Maybe they eat once a day or once a day, but they eat all kinds of animal people meat. The Buddha has said that whoever eats meat is not his disciple, and he is not their teacher. It's in Lankavatara Sutra, Tripitaka, number 671.
At that time, Arya, or sage Mahamati, or great wisdom Bodhisattva Mahasattva, said to the Buddha, Bhagavan, or world-honored one, I see that in all worlds the wandering in births and deaths, the enlaced animosities, and the falling into evil paths are all caused by meat-eating and cyclical killing. Those behaviors increase greed and anger, and make living beings unable to escape from suffering. That is truly very painful. Mahamati, having heard my words, if any of my disciples does not honestly consider that, and still eats meat, we should know that he is of the Candela, or killer's lineage. He is not my disciple, and I am not his teacher. Therefore, Mahamati, if anyone wishes to be my relative, he should not eat any meat.
That I know, okay? Now the Mahayana monks, meaning the great vehicle monks, they eat vegan, or at least vegetarian, meaning maybe sometimes they drink milk. I'm not so sure what they eat, but they tolerate, vegetarian, not knowing too much about how the egg industry is so brutal to little chicks and chicken people, and not knowing too much about the inhumane treatment of the cow people in the animal people factory, okay? So please do not be so harsh. At least they do their best, what they know, what they think is the best. These monks, they wear monks' robes. Maybe they don't do much. Maybe they don't know much about Buddhism. They just know or understand as much as they can, because they don't always meet a good master to teach them the real meaning behind all the teachings of the Buddhas. So please keep quiet, okay? If you don't have trust in them or you don't respect them, at least refrain from insulting them or making their life hard, because they wear the monk's robe. That represents compassion and the teaching of the Buddhas. It just represents it, at least like that. So they will maybe reawaken the seed in some followers, rekindle the compassion of the Buddha, okay? When they see the monks, the Mahayana monks, at least, they will remember the Buddha taught compassion and vegan. I told you already in the Suragama Sutra, the Buddha said, we should not even wear silk, should not even use down anything, and should not drink milk, even anything to do with animal people. So now, most people don't know all this, they don't have time and they don't have a good teacher to teach them. So please do be tolerant. I'm not saying that I'm better than you. I used to be intolerant also. When I was younger, when I first became a nun, I saw a man stripping down to his, shorts only, and wigging and wagging in front of the Buddha statues in the temple. He was standing in front of the Buddha's temple statues on the balcony. The Buddha's statues were behind him, and I scolded him a lot and told him to get off there immediately for disrespecting the Buddha. You have many places to exercise. You can just stand in front of the Buddha and show your butt like that. This is not Buddhist. And so then he ran away. I used my stick at that time and threatened him that I would beat him up if he didn't go away. And he ran away and was crying to the abbot, "Oh, Sư Phụ, she's going to beat me up. She wants to beat me up." I felt that wasn't correct of me. Of course, I was younger, okay? And I apologized for my behavior. Not to him, no. I didn't want him to feel that he was right to do that. There are many places to do exercise, you know? And even if you want to exercise in the temple yard, you go in the yard. You know, there's a big yard in front. And the street in front is empty. It's a small little village. Nobody was driving there. Even if they drive by, you don't have to stand on the street to do that. You can stand in front of the Buddha statues, you know, and wag your butt like that. It doesn't look good anyway, no matter what kind of excuse you say. So from then on, he never came back to that temple again.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. To learn more about her compassionate life and teachings, please visit suprememastertv.com/master.
Peace is happening around our world.
Peace News number 43 of many and counting.
There are many countries promoting peace and fostering amity among peoples and governments. Etc.
December 2023. Australia and France agree to patch up past differences and sign a bilateral roadmap with 3 pillars covering defense and security, climate change response, and education and culture. By creating peace, we all can make a loving, serene, and prosperous world.
Vegan. Benefit you, benefit the world.
Sincere viewers, we thank you for your company for today's episode entitled The Buddha or Messiah We Have Been Waiting For Is Here Now, Part 1 of 8 on Between Master and Disciples. Coming up next is By All Means Be a Vegan, Part 7 of 8, Questions and Answers, on Words of Wisdom right after Noteworthy News. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more constructive programming. May we be forever grateful to the Divine for the blessings that we receive daily.
Being vegan, having peace, heaven, Godspeed.